problem.
It's happened before. We'll do it again.
Well, I get that, Tiger. What I'm saying is they're 2 games back of the 7th seed. They need basically almost everybody in front of them to lose. They need They need to win out. They need the fucking Jets and Jags to lose out. Patriots lose out. The Dolphins, which that technically can't happen because the Dolphins and the Patriots play each other.
You could have a tie between those. No, I'm looking at something. Sorry.
Oh my God, the Lakers. They just blew that. Fucking Lord, no way. I don't know. Oh my goodness. No. Yeah, because the Dolphins, they gotta play. Who do they play? They got the Packers, Patriots, and Jets. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like that, you almost. It's just so hard. They need so much to happen.
I know.
It's just crazy how much they need.
I'm not surprised.
Oh my fucking Lord. You need a good play, nothing dumb, just a nice play. You don't even have to go for the win. Just get a basket, just to tie it into OT. You don't have to go for the win. Yes, you would want to win the game, but you don't have to be risky and take a stupid shot. Something smart, a nice setup play, send it to overtime. Nothing dumb.
No, here we go again.
I think, because if you look at it, the Eagles with a win, the Eagles will win the division.
Correct, they will.
The Vikings have clinched. The Niners have clinched their divisions. They're both in. The Tampa hasn't clinched their division just yet because they're only a game ahead. That division's fucking stupid. The Cowboys have clinched the spot in the playoffs. It's just about seeding now.
All right, Alex.
The Giants and the what?
We're starting, bro.
Okay.
All right. Welcome on into the favorite podcast to come forth. It is I'm just going to call it your favorite podcast. Welcome to the Ain't Something Along the Lines. We'll get back to the name because my ass is not awake and not here today. Fuck it. So, welcome back to the podcast. How's everybody doing today? My name is Tiger24. We don't have everybody here today. We only have me and Alex. But both me and him got to work tomorrow. He's got to be up early as hell, and I got to be up early as hell too. But we're going to get rolling. We're going to get some questions rolling in here. But the main thing we're going to be talking about today is the NFL because playoffs is right around the fucking corner. Like, we are legitimately 3 weeks away from playoffs, and we get to start with wild card. And that's where the fun begins. So we're going to kind of scroll over, well, not too fast, but take our time on this. We're going to scroll over AFC, NFC, give our opinions on who gets in, who doesn't get in, find out what it all takes for both our teams to make the fucking playoffs, and go from there. So I'm going to step away just for a hot second to worry about Lions. Alex, I'm going to let you worry about NFC first. Let's go with the Lions and the Falcons, please.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see. So we got the NFC standings here. The one's the Eagles. They have basically clinched the playoffs. They haven't clinched the division yet, but they're right there. The Vikings and the Niners have both clinched their divisions. They're just now really playing for seeding, I guess, to be truly honest. I mean, the Eagles are going to get the win, more than likely, guys. But, very more than unless they were to lose out. Tampa is 4 seed with a 6-8 record. That division's still a game back and literally fucking. That game's literally what do you want to call it? I can't talk. That division's gonna go down probably the last weekend. Dallas to the 5. They're just playing to be the better of the wild card seeds. They've clinched the playoffs. The Giants and the Commanders are both still there. Giants now are 8-5-1. The Commanders are 7-6-1. The Seahawks, Lions, and Packers are looking in, I guess. The Seahawks and Lions are both 7-7. They both play tomorrow. The Packers play, I think, Sunday. I think they play Sunday against the Dolphins, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Green Bay Sunday.
Those 3 teams are really, to me, the only teams left in the NFC wild card. I mean, personally, I would probably lean more towards Detroit and Seattle, one of the 2. Green Bay, I mean, sure they got a chance, but they gotta beat some good teams, to have some teams in front of them lose. Which, I mean, that's very possible. But I would say the Seahawks or the Lions are the 2 probably to make the playoffs. I would not make the playoffs, but compete for a wild card. But the Packers are right there as well. The AFC, the Bills are the 1. They haven't clinched their division yet, but they're gonna more than likely going to this weekend when they win against Houston. The Chiefs have clinched their division. They're 2. They're just kind of get to the 1 now. Bengals are the 3, they are clinched a playoff spot, but they're not in the clinch of the division yet. Titans are the 4, and they are actually kind of right now choking their division away to the Jags. If they lose on Sunday, which I don't know who they play Texans, which
Talking about NFL.
is possible in this world. If the Titans were to lose, then the Jags would take over that division, which would be kind of hilarious since the Jags started 2-7 or whatever, or something like that. The Ravens are the 5, but they're going to be without Lamar again this weekend. The Chargers are the 6. They're just trying to get a wild card at this point. Miami is the 7. You got the Jags right there, New England, the Jets, the Raiders, the Browns, the Steelers. They're all within a game. The Steelers and Browns are the 2 kind of farther back, and the Raiders. They need a lot to happen. They have to win out, and any of those teams have to win out. They need any teams in front of them to lose out, pretty much. Quite honestly, I would say probably the 7th seed for the AFC is more than likely between probably the Patriots, Jags, and Jets, because they're all within a game. I just have a hard time seeing the Raiders, Browns, and Steelers not winning out, but just they need because they need the Jets to lose out. Any of those teams do, which that's very possible because the Jets have not been playing good right now. They have 2 tough final games. They need the Patriots to lose out. They need. The problem with it is they need teams to lose out, but these teams play some of each other. That's why my whole point to this is the Patriots play the Dolphins, I think, Sunday, or they play them next weekend. Not this weekend, but the next. So, the Dolphins play the Packers, Patriots, and the Jets. That's what I'm saying. Is the Dolphins are more than likely going to get in. Because all these teams are so close within, the division.
Well, see, here's the thing is that, I just pulled up the schedule. Well, mainly for this week, not everybody's. But, Bengals play Patriots. I think Patriots lose that game. I think personally, in my opinion,
no, go ahead, you're good.
Steelers have to beat Raiders to continue their possible chance. Yes, you're right. There's a lot of things that Pittsburgh or anyone needs a shot to get in.
Well, okay. So I'll give you an example. So they're 2 games back. They need to win out, but they gotta play. They play. They see. My whole point to this is the Dolphins have teams. They play the Patriots and Jets after this Packers game, and if they lose both those, okay, they'll go to 8-9. But then if you look at it, that gives another win to the Patriots. You see what the Steelers really, really need to happen. Honestly, they need the Patriots to probably lose 2 of 3 and beat the Dolphins. Is what they need to happen. So they need to beat the Dolphins, lose 2 of the final 3. Because the problem with this is the Steelers don't have tiebreakers here. Like, they lost to the Jets, they lost to the Patriots. Yeah, the Steelers need to win out, and they need the Patriots and the Patriots, Jags, and Jets, I think, and the Dolphins as well. See, like, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, they need basically all these teams in front of them to lose. Like, they need the Dolphins to lose out. I think. Then they need the Patriots and Jets and Jags to lose 2 of 3.
I definitely agree with you. I think if Miami loses 2 more. Well, the problem is Pittsburgh has a loss to Miami, New England, and the Jets, but they're not all tiebreakers.
That's a tiebreaker is what I'm saying. Those losses give that team that they lost to the edge. That's what I'm saying. My point to this is the first thing they have to do is they have to win out. That's a guarantee. They have to win out.
They have to win out, no question about it.
So they need a chance. And they need the Jets to lose 2 of 3 or lose out. They have the Seahawks and the Dolphins. They need to lose the Seahawks and beat the Dolphins, quite honestly.
Yeah.
Then they'll finish 8-9. Then they need the Jags, who are 7-8, to beat. They honestly need them to lose to the Texans and Titans. But I mean, they could win 1 and lose 1. They need the Jets. They need the Jets, Jags, Dolphins, and the Patriots. Or they need the Patriots. Or I can't talk. They need the Dolphins to lose out, and they need the Patriots, Jags, and Jets 2 of 3, and then they have to win out. That's the only chance they got. So they need the Jets, Jags, Patriots to lose 2 of 3, and they need the Dolphins to lose out, and the Steelers have to win out to make the playoffs. Same thing really with the Browns and Raiders, to be honest, because they're both 6-8. So they need all that to happen. It's just a lot to ask for. I guess, I mean, anything's possible. You could say that, sure. It's a tough shit to happen, and I just don't see that. I mean, it's possible, but I have more hope in, like, I personally believe, if you want to be quite honest, and this might be a bold prediction here, but I honestly think the Patriots will get the 7th seed. I think the Dolphins are going to choke it away, quite honestly.
I think they will too.
I think they'll. Quite honestly, there's a chance they lose on Christmas to the Packers, and but it is in Miami. Which I just don't know if the Packers are going on the road to win because they haven't been that great on the road this year. But I think there's a chance the Dolphins lose to the Patriots and Jets, and then maybe there is. I don't know. But I mean, look at it. Let's see here. The games for Sunday. Let's see here. Most of them are on Saturday, quite honestly. But there's 3 on Sunday, all the rest are on Saturday, and then 1 on Monday night. The Saturday games, or I guess Thursday night, was Jets. I mean, they didn't really beat the crap out of them. The Jets quarterback situation's horrible.
Yeah.
Zach Wilson sucks, quite honestly. They benched him for some CFL pickup dude they picked up and signed him, and he's like some CFL quarterback. And guy looked okay. I mean, from what I saw, he looked actually kind of solid, quite honestly. I mean, he's not going to be no future NFL player, but he just came in and they ran some plays that worked for him, and he looked fine. It kind of makes Zach Wilson look like bad. But the Jets, they have a quarterback problem. If they had, honestly, dude, if the Jets had like a Jimmy G, okay, actually, we're not even go that far. If the Jets had like a Marcus Mariota, he would honestly, they'd make the playoffs. That's how bad their quarterback situation is. Mariota has been not that great this year. He's been okay, but not great. And he would get them to the help that he would be the piece they need to get to the playoffs. That is the problem with the Jets. They have no quarterbacks. Their quarterbacks all suck. I'm sorry, but if I'm the Jets, I go with Joe Flacco because I think Zach Wilson flat sucks. I don't know how healthy Mike White is, that one guy, and if he's healthy enough, then go with him. But I think you got to go with the vet Joe Flacco. I think he gives them the best chance to win, quite honestly. And maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm an idiot, but I don't believe in the Zach Wilson train. Mike White he's a cool story. It's awesome, good for him, but he's not obviously some NFL caliber quarterback. And that other guy, Strabler is his name, I think. He's gonna be a training. He's gonna be like a practice squad guy the rest of his career, if that. Yeah. But the Jags did their thing. Didn't really have to honestly do a lot because of how bad the quarterback situation it was in New York. Trevor Lawrence did his thing, had a nice game. Travis Etienne had a solid game. Their running back, their tight end Evan Ingram had a nice game, which is honestly been a surprise. He's been actually really solid this year for the Jags. Evan Ingram has, and he was kind of starting to struggle with the Giants, but that's good for him and good. It's just awesome for him. He's having success with the Jags. I think Trevor Lawrence, dude, is going to be a stud. He's really talented. He's big. He got a dynamite arm. I think the Jags are there. I don't think they're a Super Bowl contending team, obviously, right now, but they're a team that is going to compete. They play hard. They can run the ball. They can throw. They have some nice receivers. They don't have anybody that's like game changer, I would say, but they have some nice receivers. They got Christian Kirk, Evan Ingram at tight end. You got Marvin Jones, I think. I got Zay Jones. They got some nice receivers that are, quite honestly, some teams might want those guys. Like, they wish they maybe had them as an option on their team.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Thursday night, Jags beat the Jets 19-3, and it was raining. I heard it was just not a good game. Honestly, it's kind of boring. Quite honestly, what I read on Twitter, it was boring as hell. Alrighty here, but we'll get to the Saturday Christmas Eve games. That's gonna be a cold fest. We got Buffalo in Chicago with the Midwest weather right now. It's gonna be like
9 degrees. Love it. Let's go, snow boys. Let's get some ball games.
It's gonna feel like -20. It's gonna be 9 degrees, but it's gonna feel like it's -20.
Yeah.
That's gonna be. Whatever fans got to that game, I wish you the best of luck because that's going to be miserable as hell. But if you're a true fan, you go to those games. But I would take the Bills.
Definitely take the Bills.
Quite obviously, I think Fields. I honestly think Justin Fields. I thought he got hurt.
He's still hurt. I could be wrong.
He injured his neck. Yeah, because he got carted off. Oh no, that was their offensive lineman. I thought Fields maybe got hurt, but maybe I'm dumb here.
Hold on a second.
But one, so.
I was just going to look for his injured player, but they're not saying anything about him, so I think he is going to play tomorrow.
We got a lot of these games in the Midwest are going to be freezing tits because.
Oh, definitely.
Chicago, and you got Saints in Cleveland. I would take the Browns in that.
But I need the Saints to win. So.
Well, you do and you don't. If they win, it's whatever. Pittsburgh's. It doesn't matter. Pittsburgh has to win out. That's all that matters.
Oh yeah.
Winning out. You don't worry about anybody else but yourself. You have to win out. You maybe need the Dolphins to lose, but that's the only team maybe you have to worry about. Browns, I will say the Browns will probably win, but if you're a Steelers fan, you're probably root for the Saints. Houston versus Tennessee. The safe pick would be
Tennessee, but Houston has scared people.
But I'm not. Well, not really. They're just a team that's horrible. But they're gonna. But Ryan Tannehill for Tennessee he's out for the rest of the year with a foot injury, and they're gonna be going to their rookie Malik Willis. So I'm gonna take Houston actually in an upset.
I think Houston gets the upset, and I think this puts Jacksonville in the spot.
I think they're gonna make plays to win the game. I think it'll be a low-scoring defensive battle, quite honestly.
Yeah.
Function offensively, but yeah. We got kind of probably be a shootout in Kansas City.
Should be.
Quite honestly, I would take the Chiefs, and that's the smart pick. That's the safe pick.
You would think you would go with the safe pick automatically, but look. I'm completely honest with you, Alex. I watched bits and pieces of the Houston-Kansas game. I'll still sit here until I tell you, Kansas City looked like a piece of shit. Like, Kansas City was not doing what they were doing. But, like you said before, they're supposed to be the best team. They're supposed to be the top team that's dominant.
What I said is good. The best teams. I said the best teams win those type of games. Games that they should be beating this opponent's ass, but they're not. That team is playing their butt off and they're trying to win a game. They're not having success. The best teams win those games. Other teams that aren't lose those type of games. Teams like if that was a team like the Falcons or the Ravens or the Patriots, they might have lost that game. They probably would have, quite honestly.
Correct.
But I would go with the Chiefs. I take Mahomes any day of the week. He's the best QB in the league by far. It's to me. I'm sorry, people might debate this, but it's not close. Mahomes clears everybody. I don't care. He is so much better than everybody. He's so more talented. That dude is gonna make that shit so effortless that he does. I think Seattle's run game's the run defense is not very good. I think the Chiefs might be able to run the ball a little bit in this game. I think Travis Kelce's gonna do his work. Jarrett McKinnon maybe in the backfield as a pass catcher might have a good day as well. Some of the receivers, they're gonna do their thing, and I think the Chiefs win this game. I think it's a shootout. I think like 41-38. I mean, I just have, as much as I don't like the Chiefs because I live in this state of Kansas obviously, and I hate their fans. I have the utmost respect for Patrick Mahomes, and it's the way. It's a smart pick. If they lose, they lose. That happens. But it's the smart pick. You don't bet against Patrick Mahomes ever.
But I will say this: if they do lose Cincinnati, and if Cincinnati wins, Cincinnati takes number 2 spot overall in playoffs. So keep that in mind.
Because they have a tiebreaker.
Correct.
You got the Giants going on the road in Minnesota.
All right, I'm completely honest with you, Alex. I'm going to agree with you here. Well, before you make your agreement, you figured you'd go with the safe pick. You would go with Minnesota, but Minnesota has not been looking that good for the past couple of weeks. They've had a comeback against the Colts that should have beat them on a blowout game, and then the game against the Bills, that was a tight one, but I know that wasn't a couple weeks ago. That was like at least 4 weeks ago.
Their last game they lost to Detroit.
But that's a rival. Agree. That's a rival game. Detroit is starting to get better. I agree, but I'm still gonna go Vikings just because it's Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins is the guy.
Here's my thing on this. I don't believe in the Minnesota. I do not. I am not on that bandwagon train. I think they're very overrated, and they're going to get pounced in the first round. So they'd be the 3 seeds, or the 2 seeds. So they'd play the 7-seeded Commanders. I would honestly consider taking the Commanders in that game as an upset. That's how much I don't believe in Minnesota. This Minnesota team, no disrespect, is your 2020 undefeated time Steeler team. That's who I compare these 2 teams are. I don't have any faith in the Minnesota team. I had faith in that Steelers team, but I had a feeling that their inability to do things to run the ball would kill them, and it ended up killing them.
Correct.
Minnesota, their problems is not offensively. Their defense is horrible. It is bad. And if they play a team that has a solid offense, I think the Giants, this is my thing with this game. If the Giants are able to run the ball with Saquon, it sets up play action for Danny Dimes, which I think he's so overrated. I don't think he's an elite quarterback, but I think he is in a bad situation, kind of, quite honestly. And even though they're 8-5, I say that because their receivers aren't very good in New York. They need to do something, like in the offseason, get a guy. I don't know who specifically. I'm not saying OBJ because I don't maybe not. But they need to make a deal. Go get somebody to help Danny Dimes because you can't rely on these turds that just aren't. Darius Slayton's okay. He's not amazing, but he's not bad. But they just don't have receivers. But I think the Giants. I think I would put more faith and I think Kirk Cousins I think he'll throw a pick or two in this game. I think Kayvon Thibodeau and the Giants' defensive line is gonna have a good day, and I think the Giants are gonna win this game. I think they're gonna keep the ball away from Minnesota. I think they're gonna run the ball because their run defense isn't that great. I mean, it's okay, but it's not that good. And I think Kayvon Thibodeau is gonna make plays up front. I think for the Giants, I think they're gonna run the ball with Saquon. They're gonna set up the play action with Danny Dimes, and they're gonna make enough plays, and they're gonna win this game in I think a lower scoring, like 20-17 type game. I think their defense is gonna be able to get off the field against Minnesota because to me, you lock down Justin Jefferson. Well, to me, it's like this. I think the whole point to this game is stopping Dalvin Cook in the running game. To me, that's more of the emphasis because if you make it one-dimensional and they throw it, then you can just step back, put a corner and a safety over the top on Justin Jefferson or Jay Jettas. You can play one-on-one with Adam Thielen. I mean, he's a really good receiver still, but I think you can play one-on-one with him. The secret weapon for Minnesota actually is KJ Osborne. He's a really solid receiver. He's not like a top two, but he's like a third option. He's kind of like a guy they're going to play him one-on-one, and he can make plays. He's got some speed, good route runner. I'm going to take the Giants in this game. I have my faith in Brian Dabble and the Giants. Alrighty here. Next game is the Bengals going on the road in cold weather to New England. I'm going to take the Bengals. I think this game's going to be a lot closer, low scoring. I think it's going to be a defensive battle. New England's really good defensively. I don't believe in New England offensively. I think it's like a final of 17-14, quite honestly. I think that Bengals just make enough plays at the end to win the game. I don't like Mac Jones. I think he sucks personally. I can name 20 quarterbacks, maybe even 30. Not 30. I could probably name 25 other quarterbacks I'd rather have than Mac Jones, quite honestly. But yeah, I mean, what do you think about this game, Tiger? Are you gonna go with the Bengals here, smart pick, or are you gonna take New England to pull the upset here?
Nah, I need Bengals to win this ball game. Only reason I'm gonna go with Bengals is because, and I don't like saying his name that often, but I'm also at the same time a Steelers fan and shouldn't be rooting for the Bengals, shouldn't be rooting for Joe Shiesty, Mr. Joe Burrow, Mr. Ice on Ice. Look, Joe Burrow is good. He knows what the fuck to do. He can win ball games when he needs to win them. This ball game, he should be able to win it handily, clean and simple. But New England has been that team where they've snuck them and fucked people over. So I'm gonna go Bengals, winning by a touchdown.
Alrighty, here we go. We got the Lions going on the road to Carolina. Gonna be probably chilly there, more than likely. But I'm going to take Lions. I think their offense is too much for Carolina. I think they're going to be able to run the ball. I think Jared Goff, the offensive line's been blocking really good for him. In the last 6 games, Jared Goff doesn't have a turnover, which is pretty impressive. He's been balling this year, quite honestly. He's been really, really good. He's honestly been probably a top 10 quarterback this year. With people probably think I'm stupid for saying that, but he probably has, quite honestly. I don't think I can name 10 quarterbacks better than him this year. I probably couldn't. He's been really good. He's let the Lions started really bad, and but then they picked it up. They're blocking better, they're playing better defensively. I think that's where it turned. Is they were playing much better defensively. Their defense still isn't great, but it's been better. And they're blocking up front. They're running the ball pretty well. Amon-Ra St. Brown, who should be a Pro Bowler, by the way, but he's not. They got really badly snubbed. Been balling out. Other receivers they got Josh Reynolds. They got Cedric Raymond. The other guys. They've been playing really, really well this year. But I'm gonna take Detroit. I'm gonna say 31-17. I don't think Carolina has enough offensively. I mean, I think it'll be close at half. I think their defense is going to keep them in it, but I just don't think their offense is enough to win them the game, personally. Who do you got, Tiger?
I think Detroit wins it. I think Jared Goff will pull a little magic out of his ass and win this ball game. I think Carolina has Because Carolina has not been looking good. They're in a quarterback debate to figure out who the fuck their quarterback is. And they got to figure out other shit too. Like that coaching and everything. They got a lot of shit going on.
I will say Carolina has a lot to play for. Because the New England or Tampa lost and they win, they're right there in the division. They're tied. I mean, they got a lot to play for, and they have a lot to play for, and that's awesome for them. I never would have expected them to be there after them firing their coach, trading McCaffrey, but they're right there. Next game, we got the Falcons going on the road to Baltimore. Mariota's done for the year, benched him. Desmond Ritter's the quarterback now. He didn't look great again, but I mean,
that's his first game of the season.
Play calling wasn't great either, quite honestly. But they kind of went away from their element because they were trying to throw the ball more. It just didn't work out. They're really missing Kyle Pitts, I think, quite honestly. But I'm going to take the Falcons here because the Ravens are really beat up right now, like really badly. They're going to miss Lamar. Tyler Huntley might not even play. I think he's going to, but he's questionable. Which if they don't play, they're in trouble, quite honestly. Because he's not no great amazing player, but he's a quality backup. But I think the Falcons will make enough plays offensively. I think they will. I can take the Falcons in like a 20-13, 20-17 type game. I think they'll do enough offensively. And if Huntley doesn't play, I think the Falcons will clearly win. But I think it's a lot closer game if Tyler Huntley plays. But I'm gonna take the Falcons in a close game because and I think Baltimore's defense is really solid and it'll keep their fans, will keep them in it. They're gonna play hard at home, but I think the Falcons have more offensively than the Ravens do this game. What do you got, Tiger?
I'm gonna go Falcons. Then it's just you got to give the guy time to win those ball games.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, he didn't look bad.
No, he didn't. He looked decent.
He didn't look great, but he didn't look bad. He's a rookie. It's first game. Played a pretty solid defense, quite honestly, in New Orleans, and you gotta let him develop.
You gotta, yeah.
You gotta build. They gotta build some stuff around.
That's the same thing with Kenny, bro. I told everybody give Kenny time. So
they're missing Kyle Pitts, which I think that's just a bigger. Mario doesn't throw the ball with a damn, and they're missing Kenny Pickett. Or not Kenny Pickett. Jesus Christ. They're missing Kyle Pitts really badly because he's a really nice target. He's a big, he can catch, he can run. He's just a big, good target overall. Washington on the road at San Francisco. I'm going to say
49ers.
Too much Niners. Too much. That defense is so good. That's still right now.
I don't even think. Look, it's not even the defense. Like here's my statement. I want to say.
It really is. I don't believe. I don't believe Washington has enough offensively.
I know they don't, but like think about it, dude. 49ers started the season off done that well with Trevor Lawrence and not Trevor Lawrence. Sorry, my bad. Trey Lance. Sorry. So with Trey Lance got injured. Sorry, boy. Here comes Papa. Here comes Jimmy coming on in, rolling on up. Fucking fucks his foot. Then we got a guy by the name of Brock Purdy. Who the fuck is this dude? And out of the blue, this dude beats the GOAT and also dominates against Seattle. Bro, I'm sorry to say it. He is I'm sorry to say it, San Francisco. Who the fuck's your quarterback next season?
That's what I said. Because it's kind of, and I told this to Hunter, and Colby, and we were talking before when we were playing. I said, what are you gonna do if you win the Super Bowl with Brock Purdy? Quite honestly, what are you? You can't.
You can't do anything.
I'm sorry, but I personally do not believe you can go away from him if he gets you there.
No, you can't.
Sure, you have a really good team around him. You know what, dude? But that doesn't matter. He's still your quarterback. He's still playing the team. He's still a big part of the team. I don't believe you can go away from him. I think you can let Jimmy go. He did a lot with the Niners. He's awesome. He's gonna more than likely be a starter somewhere next year. Quite honestly.
Jimmy come to Pittsburgh?
No, that's stupid.
Why is that stupid? Come back inbound? How's that stupid?
It's stupid because there's no point in drafting Kenny Pickett.
And yeah, you're right about that. Never mind. Go to Giants.
I think Jimmy G will go somewhere. No, I think he's gonna go somewhere probably like.
What, Saints?
Yeah, that's actually very possible. I think I don't know. There's really not a lot of teams in the league that are looking for a QB.
Correct. That's the thing.
The Texans are gonna. I mean, maybe the Colts if they don't want to go with Matt Ryan anymore. I guess.
I think Matt Ryan's retiring.
He's not a turd. Anyone that blames him on that fucking choke job is an idiot. And I'm sorry, they don't know football.
All right. So moving on, we're both on 49ers, right? We're both 49ers?
Oh, I think 49ers win.
Okay.
31-14.
All right. So here's the game that everybody wants to keep an eye on. You've got, second game to keep an eye on for this weekend. You got Mr. Eagles.
Who's saying that?
I am because I am rooting for the Eagles if the Steelers don't make it the fuck in. So that's why I'm saying watch the Eagles.
I'm rooting for the power to go out and you can't play the game.
Correct, I agree. Anywho,
Care less about both these teams.
So Eagles Cowboys. Look, I understand Jalen Hurts hurts. His shoulder's not feeling well. Yes, I understand that. Yes. But here's the thing, guys. It's the Eagles. They got a boy that I don't remember his fucking name real well. He's been all over the fucking place. What's his name?
Gardner Minshew.
Yeah. And I'm going to be completely honest with y'all. That guy is still good. When he played for the Jags, he was good. He's still good. Gotta give him time. Cowboys, Prescott. Look, I love you, Prescott. You're good. You're just... What's my statement I want to say? You're not Super Bowl contenders, dumbass. Cowboys are not Super Bowl contenders. Cowboys will get knocked down the first round by whoever the fuck they play in the first round.
I'm going to go with this game.
I'm going Eagles, by the way. I'm going Eagles.
This game's tough for me because if Jalen Hurts doesn't play, Dallas will win this game. I think Dallas' defense is pretty damn stout. Micah Parsons is arguably Defensive Player of the Year. I would take Nick Bosa personally, but we're not going to talk about that. Maybe on a later date, maybe later in the podcast.
I mean, I agree with you. I'd probably go with David Bosa too, but keep going.
But I'm going to go with Dallas. I think Dallas just outscores Philly, quite honestly, because they're going to have Dak and they're going to more not likely not Jalen Hurts. I think Tony Pollard has a really good game for Dallas. I think CeeDee Lamb has a good game. I'm going to take the Cowboys in a good game. Good game. And I think Gardner Minshew's going to be fine. He'll play good. I just don't think they're going to have enough offensively. Because Jalen Hurts is a big piece. He can run. He can throw. His running ability is a big part of their offense, actually, quite honestly.
That is correct. That is correct.
He can run, but he doesn't have, that Jalen Hurts.
Correct.
Okay. So
all right.
We're going to move on to the last game. Well, not last game. Last game on Saturday. This was Saturday night football. Kind of weird saying that on NFL Network. Why is that on the NFL Network? I don't.
Because it's Christmas Eve. I need a Christmas present for Christmas Eve.
Yes. Or NBC, but we just I'm going to talk about that. You got the Steelers and the Raiders. It's a rivalry game from the 70s. The Steelers, they're honoring Hall of Fame player Franco Harris, who passed away. Sadly, he was the guy that made the catch, the miraculous catch. So it's big history. It's big Steeler history there. If you're an old timer, it's probably sad. I mean, sure. I'm not sad. I'm not a Steelers fan, but it's sad to see a guy like that pass.
Oh yeah, no, it's definitely sad.
NFL. He has a big play in the history of the NFL, but they're going to honor him. They're honoring the play. They've been kind of showing and talking about it all week. I think Pittsburgh. I think the emotions will be high. The fans, Franco Harris was a big part of the Steelers' history. The Steelers in general, I think if I remember right, I don't remember. I think they were retiring. No, I don't remember. I thought my dad told me they were gonna retire his number if it was in the Steelers, but I might be wrong. I could be very wrong. I don't know. But I'm gonna take Pittsburgh here. I think Pittsburgh off the emotions, like Harris passing. I think guys are gonna come out and play. They're gonna play for him. Play for the fans. This game in Pittsburgh is a lot bigger game than people realize. Not just for the playoffs or just in general. It's a big game for a lot of reasons, and I think I'm gonna take Pittsburgh. I think they win. They win it for Franco Harris. They're gonna win it for the fans. And they're gonna keep their playoff hopes alive. I think it'll be a good game. I think Kenny Pickett. I don't know if he's gonna play or not.
I found out he is healthy, but it's not confirmed if he's playing or not.
I don't know if he's cleared. He's probably been cleared, but I don't know if he plays.
I'll tell you right now. Like I said, I was checking fantasy. It said he was healthy, but it wasn't confirmed on him being playing yet.
I'd have to look if he's. I would assume he's cleared to go.
Kenny Pickett said he has self-report. This was a day ago. So, from the looks of it, he may be cleared.
So, according to status on fantasy, So Pickett will start Saturday game. Yep, he's gonna start. He was cleared by an independent neurologist Monday and removed from the NFL's 5-step concussion protocol. Kenny Pickett he's cleared. He's gonna play on Saturday night. I think they come out, they play hard. They're gonna be able to. I think they're gonna be able to run the ball. They gotta be able to lock up DA or Devontae Adams. Obviously that dude's fucking unreal. And they can. If they do that, they'll win the game. I'm going to take Pittsburgh. I'm going to take them a 23-17, 23-20 type game. They're going to win it for their fans. They're going to win it for Franco Harris. And it's going to be a good night in Pittsburgh. All right, Tiger, you can have the floor.
All right, look. My family's from Pittsburgh. I'm going to bleed black and yellow all day long. Steelers, this is the game you have to win. No question about it. Well, you fucking suck a dick. I said it wrong. My bad. I definitely need to slap. Anywho.
You do.
Fucking black and gold. Black and fucking gold. Look. Pittsburgh, you have to win this ball game. This is the game you have to win to keep your ass in playoff contention. Most are going to be high. Shit's going to be riding. Stuff's going to be going. Pittsburgh, you've got to win this ball game. This is the only game that I think you need to win. The other ones are more of just, let's see what happens. But you got to win out. No question about it. You got to win out. But I'm going to say Pittsburgh, and this is me because this is me being a little too hype and a little too excited. I'm going to go Pittsburgh. Ooh. Do I really want to do it? Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to say Pittsburgh wins 24. No, don't do it. 24-7. TJ Watt gets all over fucking Derek. TJ Watt does the job like he's supposed to. So Pittsburgh's defense looks phenomenal because TJ is fucking Pro Bowl. Fitzpatrick's Pro Bowl. I am not surprised that fucking Cameron Hayward is not Pro Bowl. Kind of makes me mad, but it's understandable. It's how it is. I say Pittsburgh wins 24-7. Pittsburgh defense locks down them.
Honestly, I don't know how Alex Highsmith is in the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, I saw that one too.
And he's the only one out, and he's the only one out of any of the people in the top 7 that aren't Pro Bowlers. It's kind of a joke to me. But that's what I.
Oh, I agree.
The Pro Bowl is a joke to me because it's a fucking fan vote. It's not about.
I know it is.
You actually deserve it. It's a fucking fan vote, but we'll move on from that shitty conversation. Sunday, Christmas Day games. Okay, here we got the Packers and Dolphins at noon on Fox. We got the Broncos and the Rams at 3:30. That's a shit bowl, but who cares about that game? And then, Jesus. The NFL needs to schedule some better games on Sunday or Saturday, Christmas, man. No one cares about the final two at all because they're a bunch of dirt teams.
So if we're only going to worry about one game and one game, let's just worry about the Packers-Miami game.
We're gonna predict them, but I'm just saying that's just terrible, dude. Like, you gotta put Kansas City, Seattle on Christmas or something like that'd be good.
Shit, I'd rather have Pittsburgh Raiders Christmas.
Quite honestly, I honestly agree with you. We'll fucking. I take Miami over Green Bay. I just think I think it'll be a solid high-scoring game, like 31-28. I think Aaron Rodgers, and I think they're figuring it out with Christian Watson, and Romeo Doubs, who's back now. That's awesome. Aaron Jones is doing his thing. A.J. Dillon's doing his thing. Tunyon's doing his thing. I just don't think they can. I don't think they can play defense against Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill. I'm sorry, but I don't. And I think that's going to be the difference in the game. They're going to be able to cover those guys, and I think it's going to get a beat, quite honestly. But I'm going to take the Dolphins in a 31-28 game. I wouldn't be shocked if Green Bay won, but I just don't believe they can guard Tyreek Hill. He's arguably the best receiver this year, and I just don't think they can guard.
I'm sorry, Sam. Did you say he was the best in the league?
He's arguably one of the best in the league.
Okay.
He's just so unguardable, dude.
Okay, so we're saying he's better than Juju, right?
What?
We're saying Tyreek's better than Juju, right?
That's Juju's not even a top 20 receiver this year.
I'm blowing my mind. Anyhow.
What do you got, Tiger?
All right, so I'm rooting for Green Bay here because I need Dolphins to lose. I need them to lose at least 2 of their last 3 ball games for Pittsburgh to even get in. I'm going to go Green Bay. I think Aaron finally gets his boy going. His new boy. I think they finally get, what did you say, Watson? What's his last name?
Christian Watson and Romeo Doubs. They're starting to get on the same page.
I think they start getting rolling. I see this one as a tight, good game. But the only way Aaron Rodgers is going to win this ball game is he's just going to have to throw it up. Just throw the fucking ball. That's all I got to say. I'm going to go Green Bay. Tight ball game.
Okay. We got the Broncos country, Let's Ride, and the LA Rams. I'm going to take... this game is so bad.
I don't want to watch this game.
I don't either. This game offensively might be the toilet bowl of the year. I'm going to go... This is how I will determine this game. Is Russ playing?
Yes.
Is he playing? Okay. I'm going to go... Oh, man. I don't know what to take. This game's that bad that it's like almost unpredictable. I'm going to take the Broncos. I think they're better offensively. That's hard to say, but I think they are. I think their defense is really, really good, and it just sucks that their offense is bad. If they had a mid offense, they might be a playoff team, quite honestly.
Oh, I agree.
Their offense is that bad, and I think they're going to make enough. I think their defense is going to force some turnovers, get them some good field position. They're going to score off that. I think they'll win like 14-10. Quite honestly, this game will be the worst game of the weekend. I think it will not be a good game offensively. It'll be boring. I think Russ will do enough. I think Nathaniel Hackett will get fired at the end of the year. But I'm gonna go with the Broncos. Who are you gonna go with, Tiger?
I'm gonna go Rams just because let's see what Baker's got in his fucking back pocket, bro. Let's see if Baker can do what he's supposed to do. But if he's been choking it away every season like he's ever done, then Broncos win. That's how it is.
Okay. So this is Sunday night football. This game's about worse. It's not, but it's close. You got the NFC South leading Tampa Bay Buccaneers, led by supposedly the GOAT, Tom Brady, taking on the Kyler Murray-less Cardinals, who are starting and their starting quarterback is Trace McSorley because Colt McCoy is hurt now. So, as much as I would love to say Tampa would lose this game,
I don't see it happening.
I don't either. I don't think it'll be a very entertaining game. I think it'll be like a 28-17 type final. I think Tampa just does enough. Maybe if Trace McSorley can get the ball to D-Hop, and defense can make some plays, maybe. Maybe if James Conner is able to do some things on the ground, maybe. But, like,
I don't know.
This game, I mean, the safe pick's Tampa because you would trust Tom Brady to win this type of game. But the Bucs have been so unpredictable this year. At one point they looked good, and then the other point they looked awful. I'm gonna say Tampa, but I honestly would not be shocked if the Cardinals won this game. It's I honestly would. The defense forces a couple turnovers, and they get, or the Cardinals defense forces some turnovers, get some good field position, get a touchdown, some points. I'm going to take Tampa, but I would not be shocked if the Cardinals won.
Yeah.
Because the Bucs are unpredictable this year. Who do you got, Tyler?
I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to go Bucs because, and I'm not a big fan of Tom Brady, but at the same time, like, I got to go Bucs. You got to go safe pick here. But if, like you said, if Cardinals somehow start getting in rhythm and start getting hot, I would laugh if Bucs lost this game. I would lose my shit.
We got Monday Night Football. Oh my God.
Why is this a Monday night game? Why?
I mean, it's okay. The Chargers are solid. The Chargers will win this game.
They should.
I think the Colts defense will keep them in it. They have a really nice defense, even though they
Actually, I got some news on this game, and I think you agree, and I think you already know about it too. We have Mr. Super Bowl champion starting for the Colts.
Who?
We have Mr. Nick Foles starting quarterback for the Colts.
Oh yeah, I did see that. I think their defense will keep them in the Colts, but I think I'm gonna go with safe pick here, Justin Herbert and the Chargers. But yeah, I just don't. I think the Colts are pretty bad.
Alex, I'm just gonna be an asshole here. I'm gonna go Colts. I want to see what Nick Foles has. That's all I want to see.
Okay. Let's see here. What's something we could not talk about, like other sport, but like, so apparently in the news, Rob Gronkowski has discussed a comeback, but only with one team.
I heard two.
According to Tampa Bay, it's the Bucs again.
That doesn't shock me.
I mean, it wouldn't me either, but I don't see Gronk. I think he's having too much fun partying, quite honestly.
Yeah, he is.
Doing his thing, being Gronk. Good for him. Deserves it. Just retire. I think he needs to stay retired. Just do his thing. So what we're gonna do here now, Tiger, actually, is we're gonna do, NFL. We're gonna talk about. We're gonna give our top 10 QBs currently this year, not all time or just this year. Are your top 10 QBs? You can go 10, or you can go 1 to 10, or 10 to 1. How you want to do it? If you want to go first, you can. If you want me to go first, I can. It's up to you. We're gonna go top 10 QBs this year. We're gonna break it down. Talk about who. We're gonna discuss, analyze our top 10 here. And then we'll keep going from there. We'll figure out, maybe do some, other things. But all right, if you want to go first, or you want me to go first?
See, I'm kind of a little confused because not confused, but I hear what you're saying. So here's my thought process. So top 10 quarterbacks, personally, in my opinion,
remember this year, not just in general.
Yeah, no. So, for this year, because I actually went and looked at the stats, just to kind of give me a little more better edge on this one. So, look, guys, I'm sorry to say it. Everybody can sit here and be like, oh, it's Patrick Mahomes. No. Look, Patrick Mahomes is good. He is probably, in the next 10 years, he probably could be in the conversation as, and people can tell us how you want to take it, could be a conversation as a GOAT quarterback. I'm not saying right now he is, but I'm saying down the line he could. Tom Brady, sorry to say, you're fucking washed. Should have retired. Should have stayed out, blah, blah. I'm happy for you, where the fuck you're at right now. But look, Tom Brady, yes, he's a GOAT. He's done what he does. But the thing is, I only know of like 2 quarterbacks, maybe 3. No, I know of 4 quarterbacks that have beat him, and one of them is sitting on my fucking back wall right here because one of them was actually beat his ass. He's on my fucking back wall right here. Here's the thing. Tom Brady is good. He knows what he does, but he's washed. Bro, get retired. Do what you gotta do. Justin Herbert. Why, dude? Why? You are just a wannabe Patrick Mahomes. I don't know what it is. Fuck. You're just a wannabe Patrick Mahomes. You think you can do everything he can, but not really. You can't stay healthy. You can rarely get off injury list, and you can't do the fucking job right. But you're still good. You're still there, but you're not there anymore. Like, you're off and on. Like, you kind of remind me of Lamar Jackson when he's not fucking healthy. Like, that's who you remind me of. Joe Burrow, Joe Shiesty, Joe Mr. Icy. Look, you are definitely a top 5.
Time out. What's your order here? Like, you gotta go 1 through 10.
I'm getting them order. Just give me a second. I'm just reading off names that I think of. So, number 1, personally, in my opinion, is Jalen Hurts. Number 1. Number 2, Patrick Mahomes. Number 3, Joe Burrow. Number 4 is Kirk Cousins.
Who is 3?
Who?
Who is 3?
It was Jalen Hurts, Patrick Mahomes, and Joe Burrow.
Okay. I misread.
Number 4 is Kirk Cousins, just because he's that good. Number 5 is Josh Allen. I don't care about the rest of them. That's my top 5. Look, the reason why I go with those 5 quarterbacks is because those 5 quarterbacks know what the fuck they're doing. Kirk Cousins. Everybody hates on you. Everybody hates on you. And I know why. I agree with Alex. You gotta do something. You gotta do something. But Josh Allen, I love you dearly. You'll never win a Super Bowl. You'll never win a Super Bowl. Go ahead.
Okay. Oh my god. Yeah. I think number 10. Actually, number 1. The best QB in the league. It's not close. If anybody says it's close, they're delusional. I'm sorry. Maybe I am Skip Bayless of the guy who maybe I homer him too much. Maybe I don't. I'm not even a Chiefs fan. It's Patrick Mahomes. It's not close. He's so much better than everybody else. I believe he could go on any team. Quite honestly, and even the crappy Texans, and they probably play. Quite honestly, he's that good. I'm sorry, maybe I'm just being an idiot, but Patrick Mahomes by far is the best QB in the league. He's going to win MVP. He's going to more than likely get the Chiefs to the Super Bowl again. I don't believe there's a team in the AFC that can beat them. Maybe the Bills or Bengals. Those are the only 2 teams that probably really can, but I don't think they will. I don't think they're going to be able to go to Arrowhead because I think Chiefs will get the 1 seed. I don't believe they're going to be able to go to Arrowhead and win again. I don't think the Bengals will again. But number 2 this year, I think number 2 would go to Josh Allen. I think he's been really, really good. But his turnovers that's his kind of his issue. He's turnover prone, which he has a big arm. Those QBs kind of have those problems. But he's a really good player. What scares me about Josh Allen is him running the ball. One of these times, and they need to get a running back in Buffalo because eventually he's going to run and get hit, and it's going to get hurt, and it's going to change his career. Maybe a neck injury, maybe concussions, something. He's going to get hurt eventually. But right now, number 2 is Josh Allen currently this year. Number 3, it's going to be Jalen Hurts. He's had a really good year. I don't still kind of believe in his arm. I think he's a little consistent. He kind of maybe goes too reliant on his legs. But Jalen Hurts has been a really good quarterback this year. Keeps contending for the MVP. But I'm going to go with Jalen Hurts at 3. 4, I'm going to go with Joe Burrow. He had a really shaky start this year. He threw 4 picks against Pittsburgh, but he's been pretty good ever since. Joe Burrow's he's a fairly reliable quarterback. He makes plays, has a good arm, can move. He doesn't have to do too much because he has a good running game as well with Joe Mixon. I think Joe Shiesty is number 4. Why did I just say that? Joe Burrow, number 4. Number 5. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with. I gotta think here now. So one was home. Number 5. Number 5. I'm gonna go. Oh, number 5. I'm gonna go with Trevor Lawrence. This year, it's this year. I'm not saying it. I think this year he's been really good. He's been very good. He's proved himself in Jacksonville. I was getting a little worried with Trevor. You know, even though it's only his second year in the league, he kind of was kind of a little worrying. But he's been really good this year. He's 24 touchdowns, 7 picks. He's been very good this year. You know, and I think he's very talented. He's got a really good arm. He's been one of the more surprises this year of how good he's been. But I like Trevor Lawrence a lot. I think he's the future of the Jags. He's gonna be a future quarterback in this league, a franchise quarterback. He already really is. But number 6, I'm gonna go with Tua at 6. Yeah, I'm not a big Tua guy. I never have been, but he's got a really good touchdown ratio and his INT ratio, 24 touchdowns, 5 picks. He's been pretty good, damn good this year. He's surprised me a little bit. I still don't believe in Tua as much as everybody else. I think he's been really good though. I think he's got to prove some more to me. But I like Tua. I like him this year. He's been pretty solid. But he also has Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, 2 of the better receivers in the game. But anybody can be that good with that, I believe. But number 7, I'm gonna go with Geno. You know, he's been a little bad. He's not been bad lately, but he's just inconsistent. But he's been really good this year. He's been honestly, in my opinion, he's the most improved player in the league. And if there was an award for the most surprising player, he'd be probably that award. He's been really good. 26 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. He got the Seahawks right there on a playoff run, a potential playoff run. If no one would have expected Geno Smith to lead the Seahawks to the playoffs, but yeah, it's happening. What was that, number 7, Tiger? Okay. Number 8, I'm going to go Justin Herbert. He's had a pretty nice year. 21 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Got the Chargers right in the mix for the playoff spot. Yeah, I like Justin Herbert. I'm not. I think he's in a kind of a bad situation with the Chargers. Not saying they're bad, but like they're just never healthy. They're always hurt. Guys, Mike Williams, Keenan Allen are hurt. I think he's got a couple more years in the Chargers, and if he just can't, I think he might want to get out. Quite honestly, but number 9, I'm gonna go Jared Goff. He's been really good this year. Really good. He got Detroit, the Lions, in a chance to make the playoffs. He's been damn good this year. And he has 24 I believe it's 23 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Pretty damn good this year, dude. He's been really, 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 really good. You know, but I think he's got some stuff to prove still in Detroit, but he's been really damn good this year. Number 10. This is going to surprise some people. And I'm probably look like an idiot for saying this, but I'm going to go with it. I'm going to go with Daniel Jones for the Giants. He's got a really, really good touchdown. 12 touchdowns, 4 picks. Hasn't been really forced to do much. I mean, he's got a really good run game. I would take it over Lamar. He's not been that great this year. You know, Derek Carr, he's been pretty solid as well. But I would take. See, everybody would say, "Well, that's stupid because he's not the best player." But I would take 8 wins and the less turnovers. I would take the wins and the less turnovers than the more turnovers and the losses. They're 8-5-1. Daniel Jones, he's proven himself. He's gonna keep himself as a starter in New York more than likely. I think they really believe in Daniel Jones, or they probably would have went away from him. But they believe in him. I think they need to get him some receivers there. But Daniel Jones is in my top 10 this year. He's only thrown 4 picks. He only has 3 fumbles. He's been really, really good this year. Surprisingly, really good. He hasn't really been forced to make that big time play, which he can. I believe he can. I've always been a Daniel Jones believer. I believe he can be. I believe he can be very good if he's given a guy who can ball. But that's my top 10. If I had to put some honorable mentions as well, like guys that are outside, I would go with Derek Carr. He's been really nice this year. He's got 23 touchdowns, 11 picks. I mean, that turnover is a little bit bad, but I mean, I can't really say that because Mahomes and Josh Allen and Joe Burrow all have 10 or more picks, which I'd just be fucking at that point kind of being, but they have 13 more touchdowns as well, a lot more touchdowns. But Derek Carr has been really good this year. He got a chance to get the Raiders right back in the playoff hunt if they can win on Saturday tomorrow. My next one, he hasn't been great. He really hasn't looked good, but this is hard. I'm gonna go. Oh man. Oh, I don't know who I pick. I'm gonna go with Aaron Rodgers over Tom Brady. It's hard. I mean, Brady has less picks, but Aaron Rodgers has more touchdowns, or he has less touchdowns. Well, he has more touchdowns. I think Aaron's looked more consistent this year to me. Brady's looked more consistent. Like one game he looks really good, the next he looks bad. Aaron Rodgers has kind of been consistent all this year. Not great, but not bad. But I think he's having a pretty damn. He's having a nice year for having issues they've had in Green Bay with not being able to throw the ball and offensively sucking. But yeah, I think that is my top 10. It's Mahomes, Josh Allen. I said Joe Burrow. I think it said Joe Burrow. Jalen Hurts, then Joe Burrow, Trevor Lawrence. Who was my 6? I'm already forgetting. God damn it. Tua. And my 7 was Geno. My 8 was Justin Herbert. 9. No, 8 was Jared Goff. 9 was Herbert. 10 would have been Daniel Jones. Okay. Top 10. Yeah. And then honorable mentions were Brady, Derek Carr, and Aaron Rodgers were my 3 honorable mentions. I think, guys, if I had to do 10 disappointing players this year, quarterbacks, I think, and people would probably say, well, why is not Kirk Cousins not there? I mean, dude, when you're throwing to the best receiver in the game, Jay Jettas and Adam Thielen, and, you have a good running game. Like, he hasn't been that great, really. I mean, he's been nice, but, I'm not a Kirk Cousins believer. I haven't been for a while. Sure, I'd have him on my team. Guys have been disappointing this year. I'm going to go Lamar's 1. He just hasn't been healthy, and it's not really his fault. He just hasn't been healthy. Next, I'm going to go with Tom Brady. He's been pretty damn disappointing. Even though he's in my honorable mentions for top 10, he's just been disappointing. Russell Wilson has been the most disappointing player in the NFL. I love Russ. I think Russ is awesome. I think he's a good person. I think he's a good player. I think there's some issues behind him that aren't him. I think it's their head coaching sucks. I think their OC sucks. Maybe get some new guys in there.
Yeah.
Help us out. Let's see here. I think Dak Prescott's been pretty disappointing. He hasn't been that great, quite honestly. Let's see here. I think Mac Jones has been kind of disappointing as well. I think. But yeah, that's going to be with that. Tiger, what do you think here? What do you want to talk about? Do you have any you want to talk about? Maybe, who you think's going to win, like MVP, Defensive Player of the Year?
Completely honest with you, I'm about to fall asleep over here being serious with you. We can talk about it another day. I can't think of anything else because, like I said, I'm about to fall asleep over here. But I do want to do a quick, just not a recap, but more of just a last little statements on stuff before we end. And I'm about to go pull up I'm doing this chat to basically point out some stuff right quick. So, playoffs start less than 3 weeks away. Stuff's going to happen for anyone. Anything can happen between this weekend and last weekend before wild card. But I will say this, chat. This could be the weekend you could see a lot of shit go sideways. You could. But let me go ahead and end it here for y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed it. We're going to try our best to do more because NFL's coming to close to the end of the season. Excuse me there, sorry. Excuse me there again. But NFL's coming to an end here. And also, next weekend is New Year's. Happy New Year's. New Year's Revolution for everyone. So, and by the way, it's officially Christmas Eve. Happy Merry Christmas Eve to everyone. And also, happy Merry Christmas to everyone. Keep in mind that we will have more stuff coming along. I think we will probably take a break for the podcast probably after college NFL ends, but I think I don't want to wait too long, but by the beginning of March, we're going to start paying attention to hockey, basketball, and March Madness. Keep that in mind. Because we could talk about March Madness, we could talk about NBA, we could talk about hockey, we could talk about why our teams are being ass for some reason. Starting off with one team, Penguins. Why? Why you ass? I'll have Alex explain that to you another day. Another team for both of them, both me and Alex, is well, actually, it's two different teams. It's, for college, it's for NBA, I'm a Clippers fan, but I'm mainly a Kawhi Leonard fan. This boy is a LeBron James fan, but not a Lakers fan. Don't understand it, but I can't say anything in it. But
Thunder.
Oh my bad, he's a Thunder team. My bad.
I'm just a LeBron guy. I've always been a LeBron guy. LeBron's the greatest man. No one will change my mind on that. I don't care.
Chad, we may have a debate about that. We may have a debate on just for shits and giggles. We'll wait till everybody shows up and have a debate on who's the best NBA player of all time. But that's where I don't know if that debate should go too far deep. It would just be more of opinions. So we may not do that. But anyway,
you can't really debate that. I mean, you can, but like it's not really a debate because it's just an opinion. But I mean, we can debate it. Sure, definitely.
All right. Anyway, we'll catch y'all later. Have a great morning, great night, and to end on to it, I'm going to say this in the most positive way to end the night. Let's go Wildcats, boys. Let's go beat Bama's ass. Let's go beat Bama's ass, all right? Let's go Wildcat.
Yeah, I didn't like that day, too. I forgot I requested it off, even though I'm moving, so now.
Let's go Wildcats. Guys, that's the only day you're going to hear me say that. Let's go Wildcats.
Have a Merry Christmas, guys.
Oh, definitely. Merry Christmas, everyone. Have a great day.